Let's go. We are back. Crypto Breakfast Club. It is Monday. Time to start up a new week. We are back in action today. Yeah, a lot to get into. Dog meme coins. They've been sending. That's for sure. We've got Azumi, one of our partners up here. They're a dog meme coin. They're hashtagged up there. And hell, even Genu, right? I see a dog there. It's kind of crazy, man, when you consider just how big this space is. And there's always new narratives when it comes to meme coins, but it seems as if the dog narrative isn't going away. We'll get into it. We're going to talk about meme coins. We'll talk about the overall market too. Get everybody filing in here. Appreciate everybody rocking with us. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend. From a macro standpoint, just looking at kind of where Bitcoin is right now, because everything hinges on Bitcoin. We are on the cusp of $69,000 right now. In fact, I think we just crossed over it. And I'll tell you what, I would not be shocked at all. Who knows, right? I would not be shocked at all, though, if we go ahead and test all-time highs this week, based on a lot of different things that are going on in the market in our favor. Whether you want to talk about, Trump leading in the polls, a lot of people think that's bullish for crypto. Whether you want to talk about just where we are in terms of Bitcoin retesting this $69,000 for like the third or fourth time. Eventually, we're going to shake loose and break free. I actually put out a video. It's already out this morning, and kind of covering like 4 or 5 big reasons. So I don't want to give them all away. Why I'm really bullish right now on Bitcoin. Definitely check out that video. It's posted over on my YouTube channel, which you can find obviously in my link tree. If you guys don't follow me over there already, that'd be awesome. But man, a lot to get into. I know Nairo on Ethereum had a big pump. I know Zach was pumped about that. I think it went up over 100% at one point yesterday. Obviously, SHIB, one of the large cap dog meme coins, kind of hanging in the balance right now. It's really not its season, but I think eventually it will be. SHIB and Pepe, they really need Ethereum, right? They really need Ethereum to shake loose, get away from this 2,500, get back up over 3,000. Just back in March, I think we pushed up over 4K. And if that happens, I mean, we saw what happened to SHIB when Ethereum was pumping. SHIB went up like 230% in 2 weeks. So it's just not the season right now, but eventually it will be. We've got Azumi down there, which is obviously attached to the Nero kind of narrative. We'll get into that a little bit later. We had Dog K on last Friday. That's the dog meme coin of the Caspa blockchain. Big narrative. We saw what WIF has done over on Solana. Man, how about Solana? And then, of course, Dog, which is on the Bitcoin blockchain. But how about Solana right now? I'm going to post this up here. This was unbelievably shocking to me. I think I liked it. Yeah, I did. I'm going to post it up on the NAS. Check this out. Check that post I just put up there from Cointelegraph early this morning. Take a look at that. Latest Solana DEX volume is absolutely crushing the rest of the market. Solana's weekly DEX volume dominance across all chains has soared to an all-time high of 35%. Almost $16 billion in weekly volume. Solana now leads Ethereum's $8.87 billion by 78%. I mean, there is definitely a new big player in town, and that is Solana. I mean, it's pretty shocking when you start to break it down. This is its largest margin over ETH, by this metric ever. So cannot be ignored. That's for sure. We've got WIF and Bonk, two massive, dog meme coins on Solana. And I mean, the Solana blockchain just continues to produce absolute gems, which within the meme coin market. Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit through Pump.Fun. I get it. But there's also a shit ton of opportunity. So, I think you got to obviously pay attention to that for sure. I didn't put it up there, but I mean, even Tron. What's the largest meme coin on Tron? Sundog, another dog meme coin. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this narrative is not going away. And we'll dive into it. We'll talk about it today. I'll be traveling today, guys. I'm heading to the airport here in about, well, I got to pick somebody up. I'm going to leave here in about an hour, pick somebody up. But I'll be rocking and rolling with you guys the whole time. Just so you guys know, we are going to be on the go. So um, hopefully the space is okay. I should have good service. I'm not going into any back roads or anything like that. So hopefully we're good. We're on the highways today, so that should be okay. But Zach, what's going on, man? I was looking up at our hashtags we got up there, and I own all of those except dog. I own all of those cryptos except dog. I kind of missed the boat on that one, but it is what it is. Two other cryptos. I'll just tell you guys, just just to throw it out there. Not dog meme coins, but 2 meme coins on Solana that I stacked some big positions in, especially on that little dip. We had that Tether FUD come out, had that quick little liquidation, and I jumped into some plays. Well, I already owned some Ponky and Moo the Bull, both on Solana. They're in that sweet spot. If you guys know what I'm talking about, that sweet spot. Kind of to Zach's point, they're solidified, they're solid, growing community, good volume. You know what I'm saying? I added heavily to my Ponky position and added heavily to my Moo position, and basically had a bunch of Solana sitting there. And I still hold a big Solana position, but man, we've been crushing it with Solana meme coins. I was like, you know what? I want to deploy some more capital into some of these larger cap, not super high risk, but definitely still some upside, I think, right? I'm looking at Ponky as potentially the next $1 billion Solana meme coin. I think it's right up there. And then another one, a dog token that I added to, Pop Dog. We know the cat tokens are going crazy. By the way, we're going to have Catalorian in tomorrow. So shout out to them. They've dropped in here before. We're going to have them up here tomorrow as one of our sponsors. So a little preview to that. But I like Pop Dog a lot, sitting there at $7 million market cap, man. I mean, that to me is very underrated. Now, I don't go as heavy into something at 7 mil, but you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? It's a much lower market cap. So a little can go a long way in those. And same thing could be said for one of our sponsors today. I mean, you look at Azumi sitting there in or around 500K market cap. It doesn't take much in order for things to catch on. And you guys know, I mean, once you get to $1 million market cap, volume starts to increase, whales start paying attention, so it's going to be a fun freaking 6 to 8 to 12 months, I think, here in crypto. I mean, we're really at this point where once we get past the election, there's going to be a lot more clarity in the markets and less uncertainty. And man, when we get that retail push, it's going to be fun. I think we're going to be ready to go. I was just actually kind of looking at back in 2021, I didn't have as much in crypto as I do now. I was just kind of getting my feet wet, and man, I feel like I'm so much more prepared now on so many different fronts, and I hope all of you guys feel the same. I mean, we're at a great spot here, and we're ready to rock and roll. Guys, share the room if you haven't already. Definitely get the word out. Let everybody know we're here. Paid, what's going on, man?
Yo, GM. First we gotta play our new intro. Thank you. Give me 1 second.
To the fucking space, get in your friends, bring everyone, come up here, turn up the energy is here, and yeah, this is where it's happening, and the guy is here, the 100x you're looking for, the 1000x you're looking for, the 1 million x you're looking for, is fucking here. Put a beat behind it. 1 million x.
All right, that's our new intro. So I did save that. So we do have that. Hopefully Lucky Boy comes back to the room for more promos. I want to do like a video or some shit with him for the Breakfast Club. I think that'd be hilarious. We'll figure that out. Yeah, let's do that. Guys, the markets are looking great. Markets are looking great. I think when it comes to politics, real quick, I think Trump's gonna win. I just don't see Kamala winning right now. Like, he was on Joe Rogan. He was on like 8 other podcasts, and Kamala hasn't been on shit. Like, she ain't doing nothing. Like, how the fuck do we expect her to win when no one knows anything about her right now? Like, it's fucking crazy. I'm not the biggest Trump guy, guys. I'm not the biggest politics. I'm not even in America currently. I don't give a fuck, to be honest, to an extent. But it's like, dude, I just don't see her winning. Like, I really just don't see her winning. Like, it's just like he just did a rally last night at Madison Square Garden. How many, it's full? Like, what the fuck? Like, Kamala, good luck. And then Kamala had a rally and had Beyonce, and since Beyonce didn't perform, everyone started booing her and started leaving. I'm like, what is going on? This shit is over. I think Trump's gonna win, almost hands down landslide. That's why I want to get into politics. But real quick, I told the Zax this, and I told a few other people. But guys, I fell off a horse this week. I was riding a horse on the beach, and that shit started fucking motherfucking galloping and shit. Listen, it was the first time I ever rode a horse. They're like, oh, it's easy, just get on the horse. And all of a sudden, that shit cut loose. Bro, a horse is fast as fuck. Don't get it twisted. You see it in the movies, you're like, oh, that looks pretty quick. Nah. If you're on a horse and that shit starts galloping and you don't know that shit's about to gallop, you might as well be on a fucking motorcycle. That shit was fucking flying. And I didn't know what to do, and I like fell. So there you go. My back hurts a little bit, but luckily nothing broke. Luckily nothing hurt me. But I only did that because it was the 1 year anniversary of me leaving America, and I was like, I gotta do something kind of fun, something new. And falling off of horses is, I guess, what we're doing out here in Morocco to cut off the first year. But yeah, so right now I think the markets are marketing. They're doing, like, Bitcoin is doing very well. I feel like a lot of the top coins, whether it's meme or utility or whatever the fuck, they're kind of lagging a little bit. I feel like, I mean, I look at my portfolio, it was like down a little bit. I was like, dude, Bitcoin's pumping like crazy and I'm down a little bit. What the fuck is going on? Like, what is happening here? Like, I get it, Bitcoin dominance, blah blah blah, but still, guys, catch the fuck up. I need VeChain, wake up. We don't have that much time. I got 6 to 12 months to make $35 billion. Wake up. Zach, how you doing?
Let's go. Yeah, man. I watched a little bit of that stuff last night at Madison Square Garden. It just seems like there's much more of a movement. I think that's kind of how I like to kind of track politics, I guess. And I'm not a huge political guy either. And I guess this sounds like a real Republican thing to say, but I'm kind of selfish in that, I guess I'm self-serving a little bit. It's like, because at the end of the day, this is how my brain works. It's all fixed anyway, and no one person's going to help me out. So who's going to put ourselves in a better position in crypto? Because this is essentially my life. You know what I mean? It's not to say I don't care about people who, have less or who are less fortunate. Obviously, that all matters. But, when you're voting, a lot of people are one-issue voters. And I think over the last 4 or 5 years, I've become a one-issue voter. I mean, who's going to allow crypto to flourish? And you know what? The way I look at it is, if somebody is in a tough spot, they want crypto to flourish too, because that's one of your biggest opportunities to get yourself out of the hole, to dig yourself out. You know what I'm saying? And whoever's going to allow that to flourish, allow that to be a big part of our future, and I think that person's Trump, and everything's not perfect with anybody, but that's just how I look at it. But Larry, I want to get you in here, man. What's going on? How you doing? What's happening, brother?
Zach, Dave, Mar, the regular lineup. Today has been an interesting day, a mixed day. I had a show, as many of you know, I have a torn labrum, and I finally got the procedure on it today without anesthetic. I'm fucking retarded. I said I didn't want anesthesia because I needed to stay up and work. That was a big fucking mistake, and I got it adjusted after they, made the incisions and then reset the torn shoulder. So I'm in a tremendous amount of pain with still no meds because I got some work to do. But some interesting alpha for you. If you haven't got on Sonium, I beat this like a dead horse, man. If you don't have to buy Sonium if you don't have access to it yet, because they're on their beta, they're not on their committed mainnet yet. But if you buy Sony stock, it's going to traverse evenly from the digital asset over to their TradFi asset because of the gaming apparatus, right? And they're going to take proceeds from both to balance one end to the other end. And to talk about what paid Zach, you talked about Trump, let me give you an interesting metric. Every year that like Biden or Clinton or et cetera, any of the Democratic constituents have went, Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos have, endorsed them immediately, 100%. And Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post now. Washington Post tried to give the endorsement immediately to Kamala, which they did, but without the support of Jeff Bezos. And, that's really telling because Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos both would have an inside because they're regular contributors to the DNC. They have been for years. They're in their constituents before them for the DNC. And that's really telling because they're afraid that if and when Donald Trump gets elected for this second term, because a lot of people know or dispute the last terms, validity based on electoral college, that they're going to face him and Elon's ire, which is very true because let's face it. Do you think Elon is a fan of Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg? That's like calling salt water with fresh water, right? It's not going to happen. So I think based on those metrics alone, I mean, whatever, like, your political tokens and your all the tokens are going to come back. It's just a matter of time. Utilities and AI and DePIN tokens are suffering extremely right now because you see what 60% of them, the free floating liquidity is going into Solana alone right now. It's stabilizing Ethereum, but going into Solana. And I was going to tell you, as far as you had mentioned in a post earlier about XRP in California, it's not a negative thing. They're exploring their integration because, as California Department of Transportation full blockchain on the DMV. So that's not just people's license. That's all their meta behind their licenses, their vehicles, and all of their KYC is right there. So you can see why an XRP would follow up, going on to when they avoid many of the other cryptocurrencies. They won't even think or favor about working with them. But as a bridge between TradFi and digital assets, again, I think it's very bullish, the announcements that were made on the policy between California and talking to Ripple and XRP in general. So I mean, those are big things. And then today, I was in some meetings, and I'm not going to say with who, but you mentioned Tron and Tether based. Anything related to Tether, but consolidating on Tron. Tron's going to pump here shortly. They got some more relieving of compliance going into Ton because of adaptation by other nation states. So still not any financial advice, but still bullish on XRP and still bullish on Sonium for sure. And as far as AI and DePIN tokens are concerned, it's probably a good time to DCA or scrape while they're at their bottoms because they won't remain there long. Because again, we have another billion, potential users, old new users coming into the market as well. Don't forget that Russia totally deprohibition almost every crypto asset and allowed Bitcoin mining again on state subsidized or private electricity. That's huge news right there. So even POW, in the POW world, things are almost going in parallel with what you're seeing in these market conditions. But as far as the political climate is concerned, I think the writing is on the wall when you have 4 of the 6 largest media powerhouses that are also tech powerhouses that are the top out of the top 10 donators to the DNC. They've like I said, the 4 biggest ones have backed out from a front-facing endorsement and have paused their comments and have not got involved in this campaign season the way they usually would. That's telling, man. They know more than we do for sure. So it's almost like, irregardless of the electoral college, that this tidal shift in momentum and in policy is going to happen. So I think it's not bad for the country, but especially, like you said, Zach, self-serving or not, either many of us are heavily invested or we're hobbyists here, but some of us, like myself, this is my day job. So, I'm like, it's telling when the Border Patrol and most of the unions support Trump, and they usually would always support the DNC, So again, that's from the internal side, that's from private enterprise, and that's from big industry and from traditional finance, the likes of Amazon, Washington Post, etc., and most of the media houses. And that's the alpha I got for you right now. I'm going to try to not bite my tongue off from the pain in my shoulder. So.
Appreciate that, brother. Always great insights. Man, get better, man. Get better soon. Hopefully that recovers quickly for you. We're all thinking about you here on the Breakfast Club. Pate, you got something for us? And then we'll get down to Crypto Wolf, and I'm sure everybody else wants to jump into the convo here too.
Yo, real quick, I talked to Zach from Subway about this yesterday. I'm issuing a challenge to myself. Y'all can do it if you want to also. I'm going to turn $200, and everyone can laugh if you want, to $6 million. All right. And listen, before y'all fucking laugh at me, hold on. It's only 16 1Xs from $200. That's it. Do the math. Go do the math right now on paper. Come back to me. How many times have we called a 1X? You don't need to do a 10X. You just need to do a 1X. Each project, you got to get the projects right, obviously. Like, what the fuck are you going to lose? But 16 1Xs in a row, we can do that. We've done this on the show. So this is my challenge. I put $200 aside. I started with Pop Dog. That was Zach's call. I don't know what the next one is until that one does that 1X. And then we're out 100% and we're going to the next one. So if y'all got 1Xs for a brother, send them my way. Because when I hit that $6 million, we're having a party in Miami. We're bringing Mar out with the Cardano girls, hopefully. Oh, also, the Cardano girls might be here on Thursday, Mar, by the way. I talked to them yesterday. And then we're going to have a big-ass party in Miami, and everyone's invited. And then you guys are like, oh, fucking paid XPO. Oh, we're going to have the music going and everything. But right now, we're at $200. So I need 16 1Xs. So if you got a 1X, a serious one, hit me up. I only need the first 8 because after that, I'm going into large caps, because, most projects in the top 100 or even the top 200 are probably going to do at least a 1X. So, that's easy work. Once we get up to, I think 8 1Xs brings you up to 25,000. Listen, I did the math, guys. Go correct my math if you want. At $200, 8 of them, if it doubles, you get to about 25,000. After that, we're in the large cap. So right now, I just need the low cap. So you got them, give them to me. Thank you. That's my announcement. And y'all can also try to do the challenge yourself. Why the fuck not? It's $200. Who knows?
How many X's to get to your goal, to the million?
You need 16 X's from $200, like 1Xs. So 200 to 400, 400 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 30. So you need 16 of them in a row, roughly.
To get to 25K?
No, you need 8 to get to 25K. You need 16 roughly to get to 6 million, 6.5 mil.
Okay, this is one of the only spaces, guys, where they'll tell you, okay, we need to double our money. You saw that Patrick Bet David clip or whatever. Now he's going in. This is the only place they'll tell you need to double your money and then double your money and then double your money again, instead of the space that'll tell you need to 16x your money in one play.
Listen, yeah, because the 16x in one play ain't even gonna give you the same thing. You need to double it 16 times. Which, again, it sounds crazy. Everyone's laughing at me, but everyone's gonna laugh at me until it's fucking done. And everyone's on our yacht party in Miami, going, "Oh, fucking Payne, I'm so glad to be here. Oh my god, the strippers and shit." Everyone's gonna go, "Oh, no." I'm telling you right now, if you get 16 1Xs, someone correct me if my math was wrong, but I wrote it all out. So I was like, "Oh, if this doubles, how many times?" 16 times gets you 6.5 million. Someone correct me. Someone go do the math. If you want just a million, it's 14 times. So you don't even have to. It's actually $1.5 million, to be honest. If you do it 14 times, 13 times gets you 800K from $200, guys. That's it. That's my challenge to myself. I don't know what day it is. If someone can write it down, and then we're going to see. I started with Pop Dog. That was a call Zach made earlier. Let's see if we can get that first 1X. Because once you get a few 1Xs under your belt, you get a little confident, right? So let's try it out. Let's try it out.
I can't wait to see that $3 million buy on one project.
That's what I was thinking, bro. That's exactly what I was thinking. Which project are you going in with $3 million? Yeah.
I don't. No. I told you anything after 25K, 51K, we're going into large caps. I need something a little less.
That might take longer, though. I mean,
it might, but it's going to be less risky. If say we get to 25K, right, and we want to double it, and I put it in let's say AVAX. Might take a little longer, but that doubles a little safer than putting it into a shit meme coin. You know what I'm saying?
Grant Cardone would tell you just 10x, man. 10x your life, 10x your portfolio, 10x your women, 10x your protein intake.
Listen, if you 10x for $2,000, it's just if you 10x for 200, it's just $2,000. Then okay, all right, nice, great job, everybody. We did it. We won the fucking bull run. No, what the fuck, dude? I want $6.5 million in my bank account so we can throw this fucking party on me. I'll pay for everything if y'all get me the $6.5 million. We're going to fly people out from Miami. If you're on my list and you DM me on Telegram, I'll put you on my list. We'll have a little guest list, and if you hit me up today or tomorrow or between the next week, I'll add you to the party list, and we will fly you out to Miami on me if we hit the 6.5. So there you go. No. Listen. Hold on.
I need a shrugging
emoji.
Don't
throw me under the bus, Zach. First of all, I still have my don't sell anything portfolio, right? That's still existing, right? VeChain, wake the fuck up. Fucking Superverse, you're doing good, but I need you to do better. No, but right now I'm trying to see if this challenge could work because I don't see why the fuck it wouldn't work, you know? Because like we called 100x on this fucking show before, right? So we just need 16 1x's. One. I just need to double and that's it. I don't know if they'll rug us. Maybe. I mean, again, it's a challenge. That's the whole point. It's a challenge. If it was easy, everyone would do it. But that's why we're challenging ourselves to try it. You know, at least if we can get to the first 8, I'm pretty confident. Once we get into the large caps, we'll be fine. That's just my take on it. And plus, it's $200. Who the fuck cares? It's just kind of fun. But if it works out, y'all gonna be happy because y'all gonna be flying to fucking Miami, maybe Vegas too. You know, we were gonna do the whole thing big, baby.
Hey, if there's gonna be whores and coke on your at your party, it might be long.
The fact that he hasn't even asked it, kick him from the stage, get him off my stage, get him off the stage, because the fact that he hasn't asked that with Mar up here with his hand raised, that's crazy. From Mar.
A lot of gas station pills going on there. Yep. Crypto Wolf might give you a couple plays paid. What's up, Wolf?
Yeah, I can bring some LSD and some cocaine from the Netherlands if you like.
What the fuck is going on?
But
Yes.
let's not. But it's
Fucking
Monday,
good.
bro. Let's fucking go.
Okay, let's go. We're doing it. 200 to 6.5 mil. Someone make it a fucking post and tag me and retweet it and fucking make hashtags and shit. Like, let's get this turned.
No, okay, let's go. Like, it's so funny, man. Zach, how are you today?
I'm great, brother. How are you?
I'm awesome. It's always funny, man. This guy Zach, he actually pulled me into the crypto, and now he also says that he likes to 10x with Grant Cardone. Actually, Grant Cardone was one of the guys that motivated me to get out of the trenches. So if you listen to it more enough, then you will have the 10x in your life. And I believe that we're all going to achieve this financial freedom, this cycle. So yeah.
All I heard was crypto, cocaine, and LSD. That's why I had to come up.
Hey, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
I think I rock it a little bit, but no, I do appreciate what you guys are saying here. I want to come back on you, Zach, what you were saying about Ponky and Momo the Bull. I hang out with those guys a lot, and I think all the things that they do are very ethical. And you need those guys in the market to be able to open the door for the normies. Because if you see what those guys are doing, they are going to be listed soon. I know that Ponky is speaking with this bank that we use in Europe pretty much. It's called Revolut. So that's Viv is also on Revolut. It's really easy to buy and trade those tokens there, those meme projects, because I think the utility projects is a far away from a lot of people, like very far away. If you look how XRP took a lot of times the news and it's all over the place on YouTube, man. But people are stuck there, like literally nothing is happening there. And yet it can be a good investment, but people are also looking to make money in the space. So I think the meme coins are still a good way to go. I myself, I'm invested in a few plays that are attached to the dogs teams. I missed out on Nero, I need to say, unfortunately, but I am invested into a token that's connected to Nero, sitting on 1 billion. And I think a lot of people will make a lot of money on that. So I also like what you said, Max, to dismat, like to do the 16 or 18x one time. I'm definitely going to reserve, after you said that, I'm definitely going to reserve $200-300 and just work on this every day. Like, why not do that beside your gems? Why not have a little bit of this money? But it's difficult. Like, I try to do it this weekend, literally, because I'm not a seller. I'm a diamond hand. I like to be in these communities like Ponky and Momo the Bull and in my own communities. I like to be around. It's just gives me everything that I need to like to be passionate about this, what we are doing in the space. But I got rugged. Like I thought, let's go to a new play on Ethereum. I opened Deck Screener. I took the first play I saw, and bam, liquidity pool got nuked, and there went my $500. So I probably more go to the version of Max. finding a decent project, looking ready for a 1x, and then jump to the next one. But I don't think that you should do those things all after each other. You should maybe plan it out because, man, FOMO is real, greed is real, greed on yourself. It's, man, and that's what I like about this place. It's lovely, actually. And what did I say now? I'll bring as an added value to the space? Nothing. I just very enthusiastic about what is coming. And I just wanted to also make you all aware that this election is just a sell of the news event, just like all the other ones. So please be careful. Take some profits on the day or before the election and wait because the dump will come. And I'm sure that after the elections, everything will be on track again, 100%. But don't be fooled, man. Like every time when there is such an event, we get a massive drop. And then it was like, how the fuck did that happen? Well, this is just being done over and over again. So don't be the guy that goes all in on the day of the elections. Just wait 1 day or two and place your bets and let's fucking go, guys. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. And I would say for my challenge, guys, it's fun. Don't take it serious. Like, I mean, take it a little serious, I guess, if the money starts getting crazy. But it's a fun thing. It's $200. Who the fuck cares? Like, you guys can all do the same thing and try it out. You lose $200. Most of the people in this room have lost way more than that on a play or two, right? So I'm like, yeah, we can get some good solid plays, a nice little run, and there's no time limit. The only time limit is when the cycle ends, right? So it's not like I need to do all this by next week. So let's do this for 6 months, 8 months, like 12 months, like Zach was just saying. However long this goes, and then you could turn $200 into even 12 grand, and that's a good fucking win. Just that's only what 4 or 5 X's, or 4 or 5 doubles.
Guys, we got two sponsors up here, Azumi and Genu. Make sure you guys give them a follow. Hop into their TGs. Mar had his hand up, and then we'll continue to go around the room. Mar, what's up, bro?
What's up, Zach? Paid, Larry, AI, gas station, Inu. Yeah, man. Hope everyone is doing great. Listen, Paid. You don't even have to do all this fucking strategy of 2x because you're probably gonna end up getting wrecked. Just put the $200 on a gas station Bonorino and let it ride, man.
Bro,
Why
I
are you
already have
complicating?
more than that in gas station Bonino. I'm not worried
Okay,
about them. They're good right now. Me and them are good. Don't worry about them.
Okay, then put another $200. Stop being a cheap bitch and just put $200 more. Don't complicate yourself. Just put it and trust me. Not financial advice, by the way. But
Trust me, not financial advice. What the fuck?
Trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro.
yeah,
Fuck.
listen, I aped big on something. I'll let you guys know later on in a few seconds. Plus, Zach, I do have a question, man, about a project that I know you're in or was in, but that's later on. I don't want to kill the subject now, but yeah, I do want to ask you a question about certain wallet holding massive of coins. But anyways, uh, yeah, this weekend, myself and Kova, we aped in Ape Chain. We bought the wrong project on one, but it's nothing big, like 30-40 bucks for projects. So yeah, we bought some meme coins on the ape ecosystem, which is similar to Pump Fun, something. But hey, it's
Didn't you
early
just tell
and
me, Mar, to not be cheap? And you just said, oh, I put in 20, 30 bucks. Like, what are you
no,
talking
because
about?
these things are like $5,000, $10,000 market cap. You don't want to put fucking $500 in this shit. You end up being extra liquidity. But yeah, even $10 is fine. And then just let it ride and make 1,000, 2,000 bucks if you get lucky. But again, not financial advice. Just check out the Ape Chain and their ecosystem. I know it's pretty cool. Again, it's just a high risk. It's something new. But the crazy thing is, man, all the money these fucking people have from Ape Coin, and I mentioned this shit to Larry. And when you go bridge, takes fucking 3 minutes to bridge from Ethereum to Ape Chain, and then 10 minutes back. I mean, it's fucking crazy. It's like, really, guys, with all the money you got, you couldn't get a better fucking dev and just build something way faster. But yeah, no, it is what it is. It's still they're popular, and hopefully one of those garbage ass meme coins that I invested on could again those are lottery ticket guys. For me, it's not even an investment. It's a fucking $20-$40 crash off and see if they pay off. And last thing, I did eight. I bought over 100 bitmaps for around $32 to $34 each. Uh, yeah, man, I didn't. Right now, nobody's talking about them. I think this is going to be an awesome project for the metaverse. No one is talking about the metaverse. This is a long term hold. Again, I sold my bitmaps like around 250 to $300 each, and I kept some, and I ate back in. I'm bullish. I was just waiting for the right time, and I feel like Bitcoin could start pumping hard anytime. So I don't want to, have to buy them at $60. I think 34 bucks, in my opinion, not financial advice. It's a pretty cool entry, and I have plans like always, since this is a long term hold to DCA on I bought them on Magic Eden, of course, and they have their own wallet and everything. But yeah, other than that, the market just retraced a little bit on the weekend, but I'm still super bullish. And yeah, after the election, we might have a little retracement, and then we could probably see a massive pump. Right after Trump, most likely, I think in January, if he takes over, if he wins, right, uh, and he takes over office, I think like I don't know, man, maybe like I want to say maybe March or February, if he allows his son, to go freestyle and go nuts on crypto, we'll start getting a lot of promises for regulations on crypto. And I think it's just uh, let me tell you, it's just gonna be like 120% all fucking bullish news. I don't think there's gonna be any bad unless it's like World War III or some crazy fucking shit. I'm not even gonna say pandemic because we went nuts on the pandemic. I mean, but once all those good news starts coming out and regulations and everything just looks clear because the market wants to know where it's standing at. I don't think any bad news would how do you call this would flood crypto. The one thing I do see that there's a lot of conversation coming up on spaces and even privately with some of my crypto friends is like, man, we are starting to realize how fucked up. I mean, we already knew this, but more and more how fucked up these exchanges are, these market makers. They've been draining our fucking investments. Even if you own the shit, remember on decentralized, even if you have it on your wallet, it's still gonna. If the price goes down on the exchange, it's gonna pull it down too. And these market makers, I mean, they're the worst. And this is something that we really have to attack in crypto. And these guys got to go to fucking jail. Period. Not fine, go to jail because they've been destroying our projects with what they did to our trade. Even even with the hack, but still, they don't even want to pay back. And it was $124,000. But yeah, these exchanges are the ones that I wanted to see get hit the hardest. I understand, the US is not so far the best in crypto, man, but there's a reason why, listen, not all government is bad. They're not all fucking evil people. There are some good people in there. And there's a reason why they block these fucking exchanges. They know what's going on. They're not stupid with the market makers and all this fucking fraud. But yeah, man, I've been seeing a lot of projects like fuck exchanges. We're not getting listed. We'll wait, or if not, buy our fucking tokens because they're starting to realize, and all these motherfuckers that go on the Telegram, when Binance, when this, when that, all they want to do is buy the rumor, sell the news, you know, do the swing trade, and that shit is not even working anymore. that shit projects are not even pumping. But yeah, I don't want to go on a rat on that. But yeah, they're starting to realize, and I can't wait, man. If Trump wins, at least to clean up this space a little bit, and that will bring in the whole point of this is that will bring in retail once they trust. Remember that, believe it or not, people trust the government. 90% probably of the fucking United States, they trust, they go by the media, they go by the news, what they say, they're brainwashed. They trust the government. And once the government gets bullish on crypto, oh man, all of us in here that are super early, we're gonna get these VCs for extra liquidity. So again, I aped in on bitmaps. My goal is to buy 100 bitmaps, maybe a little bit more, and yeah, and also Ape Chain. I bought a few meme coins, $10,000, $15,000 market cap.
To your point, Mar, like you look at Caspa, and the reason why they're not on Binance and Coinbase is they refuse to pay to play. They're like, hey, you want to list us, buy us on the open market, just like anybody else has to, and
Yeah.
list us. You know what I mean?
They got tokens already, Zach. They have them already.
You
They
think?
they just don't have. They haven't started to sell them yet. Once they list, I think they have their tokens already, man.
You think
I
they're ready to list, but they're just going to do it strategically?
Yeah, I've had this conversation a million times, and a lot of these Caspa experts says at least Binance. We don't know about Coinbase, but Binance already has a nice chunk of just for mining. Probably they have a bunch, bro. You
Yeah,
know.
true.
So yeah,
Yeah,
man.
and I mean, you got a ton of meme coins on Caspa now too, like and some ones that are really doing some numbers. I mean, we had Dog K on last Friday. They're sitting at a 20 mil market cap. They're down in the audience too, guys. Check them out. We're talking about dog meme coins. That's the dog meme coin of the Caspa blockchain. And I mean, if you think Caspa is going to really heat up when retail comes back, I mean, look what the hell they did throughout the bear market. I mean, shit, already a top 30 crypto, and just went up and up and up throughout the worst of times. I mean, imagine what could happen when retail gets a hold of it. That whole narrative of solving the trilemma, the new Bitcoin. If you miss Bitcoin, this is the closest thing to it. You even have people like Da Vinci and some of the Bitcoin maxis saying, hey, if I were to invest in anything other than Bitcoin, it would be Caspa because it's so similar and it's so early. But yeah, man, good stuff, Mark. Appreciate that, bro. Doctor, you had your hand up, and then I think Larry, and then Matt. What's up, bro?
Hey, Zach. Oh, not much. Just listening to your guys' conversations. I mentioned this the other day to you, Zach, when you were doing your live stream. But I kind of wanted your thoughts on it. Have you had a chance to look into the meme coins that are now trading on the XRP-L ledger? Because it's a whole new thing as far as I know. Somebody recommended I take a look into it, and apparently it like meme coins on XRP or XRPL. They're like 2 weeks old. So lots and lots of stuff going on. Apparently they're going to be also listed on Dex Screener, I think, soon. Because right now you can only get them on the XRP Ledger Telegram bot. But yeah, there is a whole new world out there, and I'm really excited because I'm a big XRP fan. And so now that you can actually get meme coins using XRP is freaking awesome. I've been like a little kid in the candy store buying up all the top 10.
That's dope, man. No, I hadn't had a chance to look at it. Are you making any good plays? Making any good gains?
Yeah. So apparently the top one is drop, and it's I guess it's XRP kind of themed drop, then Flippy, a couple others. You could actually see on I pinned it to my profile on X, because it's weird because like a typical meme coin, you go to Dex Screener, then you connect Radium or whatever it is, if it's Solana, for example, and then you gotta get the wallet connect. It just kind of seems like it's a little tougher on. So far, the way you buy these is you go and you install the ledger, the XRP ledger on Telegram, the bot, and that connects to all the coins, and you can see everything. The top ones right now, the top one is drop, and it's like at $7 million market cap. It was like at 11 over the weekend. And it's so far the top ones are really got something to do with the actual XRP Army theme. You know what I mean? They're not dog coins or anything. Flippy, like flip the switch, get it. You know, like Garland House was talking about, but flipping the switch. So there's Flippy. That's like at $1 million market cap. So I got a couple of those top ones because I think once they get listed on Deck Screener for everybody to see, I think these top ones are gonna freaking like 10x in no time. But yeah, I was just thought I'd bring it up because like I didn't know about it. There's nobody talking about it yet. I'm like, dang, this is like talk about getting into a project early. But yeah, that's about all I had, Zach.
Love it, bro. No, that's what it's all about. Bringing us some gems and some things to look at. Love it. Larry, what's up, man?
Hey, Zach, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you, bro.
Okay, yeah. So I want you guys to do a new homework assignment. I want you guys to take a look at, so you have an example like Sony and Sonium. I want you to see how many cross-pollinated projects there are from TradFi to DeFi now, and see the comparison and look at the irony of that when some of the crypto assets from these said companies pump, then the stocks are down. But when they're when the DeFi asset is down, the conventional stock pumps. Might be a good way to diversify. I'm writing a research paper on that right now, Zach, and I'll share my findings. And to what Mar said earlier today, there were 4 more arrests today or Monday, by the way, on that list of the FBI and the Treasury operation. 2 from market maker and 2 more from an exchange.
Yeah,
So
this stuff coming out with market makers, it's not shocking to me. I always kind of wondered why so many projects rely on market making. I mean, Larry, you'd probably be one to ask. I mean, obviously, I mean it's a service, but I mean, is it that hard to kind of?
Well, it was
I guess
good.
not use them, or what's the alternative? I mean, are you really getting a leg up when you have a good market maker? I mean, what? Tell us more about this, because I know a little bit, but not a ton.
It's antiquated now because again, holders are educated enough not to be blinded by that. And what's made market makers even less favorable is the fact that most of the exchanges are offering that internally on their marketing packages. They don't call it market making, but most exchanges are offering that already, and they want you to invest. Next thing too is like, for example, when you're talking about Caspa, I think Caspa will be on base because they don't want to be left behind by, like, for example, Bitcoin and Cardano on straight to Bitcoin or straight to dollar derivatives. And I foresee that even though Caspa is resistant ongoing on some of the exchanges, they will be on the compliant exchanges for ease of use and ease of transfer. But as far as market making is concerned, I think it's lost its leg. Its day has gone by now. I think for larger volume projects, there may have been a need before, but for the sake of compliance and for the sake of policy, I think that it's a fairly dead industry now. And if you're a new project and still are drinking the Kool-Aid, you shouldn't, because I do policy stuff every day, and I'm telling you that you cannot justify wash trading on basically on a crowd fund. That's called market manipulation, and then that's called wire fraud at some point. No matter which way you try to paint it, some of them get a pass because they're smart enough to just call it marketing. But I think market making is going to go by the wayside soon because exchanges are doing it legally because of the terminology and just because they don't push certain things to a certain extent. But you think they're not going to have bots that are faster than market makers based on this volume and trend? Their API and data is sold to market makers at times because market makers do some of the more gray area wash trading for them. For example, some
I think we might have lost you, bro. Oh,
back.
there you go. You're back.
Yeah, I'll be back. I gotta hop off real quick, but I'll be back.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, man. It's what makes meme coins so great too, in a lot of sense, right? Because it's just like kind of organic. It just happens, you know, over time, and people are really in control. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways. I mean, there's shady shit that happens within the meme coin market too, but you look at some of these VC backed projects and shit, and I mean, it's just there's way more. A lot of times, there's way more bullshit going on there, and even if it's this great project with great utility, the way they have things structured, the people at the top are getting in. It's not a fair launch, right? It's not a fair share. It's really not a fair game. But with meme coins, it opens the door for anybody and everybody to kind of come in and have a chance. Pat, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's up, Zach? Long time no talk. Great to see you guys still running these spaces daily, man. But yeah, no, I guess I'll continue on with what we were talking about there. With market makers, with major market makers, at least, they're just like anything in any market, right? They're going to want to hedge essentially their downside, because all it is people buying and selling on a chart, right? It doesn't matter if it's bots or something like that. It's not wash trading. It's just a buy and a sell on a chart. They're going to want a big amount of tokens up front to add into different deflationary mechanisms to essentially make fees on their own trades. And in reality, they're coming in to trade against your community. Now, while with bigger tokens, with bigger caps, it's not really scrutinized as much. I think oftentimes, people see all this activity that comes from market makers, and these teams aren't as educated maybe as they present themselves to be, and will often start, making sells and buys of their own. And, we end the market making cycle with the team having 3% less of, the token that was essentially sold on the chart. And while the market makers do have to make money at the end of the day, so there needs to be a loser. I don't know. I think with these smaller cap coins, it's really tough to justify paying a lot of money to, put volume on your token. Now, if you were in the, let's say 5-10 million range, I think it's definitely worth it. But yeah, no, what I was going to touch on, I guess, was the reality of all the speculation that we sit around and we speculate what's going to happen, over the course of the couple months after the election. I think the way that I'm looking at it is this election is massive because it's really OpenAI versus Tesla, right? And who kind of has the discretion, at least, over rolling out with Tesla the Optimus, but the Figure One will probably go into like factories eventually. Would OpenAI ever sell their robots to consumers? Or is that something that's going to be strictly rolled out by Tesla because of public perception, market sentiment, and things of that nature? Also, we have this entire dichotomy of polarization now, where it's all Republican, Democrat, it's fascism, communism, all these buzzwords. What really looks best for the next 4-8 years, I guess. And the way that I think Trump will win this election. I'm 99% sure that Trump will win this election, just because I'm not ready to believe that the best way to roll out future technologies for the overall greater good in the world is through socialism and globalism, control of money everywhere. Maybe that's just me as an American, but I think that Trump will win this election by a landslide, unless, there's some other stuff going on that maybe we probably won't get into, like the speculation on that side, because you really just don't really know what the fuck's happening in the world nowadays. There's so many variables, chips in Taiwan, all this technology. It's really tough. But I think after the election, right, if we have Trump winning, I definitely see things going in, quicker. If Kamala wins, so be it. But I'm still bullish. I just think it's going to take a longer period of time. We might have a cold winter. I think with Kamala, we probably get more of a regulatory environment, because before you have like a real digital Patriot Act or something like that, where they can really control, what we're doing, there needs to be some type of government oversight, at least on paper, that says the government's not going to, do illegal shit with your money, just like, they have now. It happens anyway. But That's kind of my theory on it. Is these next couple months after Trump gets elected, we'll see more and more appointments, and I don't really think that the people who are appointed matter. I think it's really the language in some of these regulatory oversights and getting other countries to ape in, smaller countries, maybe places in Eastern Europe first where there's more, I know they say that the nation state race to like ape into Bitcoin is kind of a myth, but I don't think so with Trump. That's for sure. I think with Kamala, that won't happen. But I think with Trump and all of his tariffs and all of these things, countries will really be pressured into buying Bitcoin, and it'll be bullish. Overall, though, this election is going to be bullish for everybody. Like, I think with Kamala, maybe we get more of a chance of an extended cycle that doesn't follow the rules necessarily of like what we've looked at with the halving, and then, selling news in these periods and things like that, and maybe get a more stable price. With Trump, maybe we're a little more volatile. That's how I could see it. But I'm not ready to speculate on things down the road. I just think so much matters with OpenAI and Tesla and these robots and this Neuralink and all these future techs. While there's a lot of distractions, silently, what's really going on is the board of OpenAI has been, controlled by certain folks, and Sam Altman's packages are getting ready and da 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 da. But anyways, I'll secede the mic, and yeah, just glad to be here again talking to you guys. It's been a while. I picked up a new job, so.
Do you think if Kamala wins, because you said it'll be a cold winter, right? Do you think if Kamala wins that the cycle kind of gets not delayed, but like I guess delayed. I guess delayed is the word I want to use for lack of better words. Delayed a little bit, because a lot of people are expecting if Trump wins, like you're going to start getting the market pumping like crazy, right? And a lot of people think if Kamala wins, things are going to get slowed down a little bit while she like potentially makes new, regulations and stuff. Do you think if that quote unquote cold winter extends the cycle out past maybe 2025?
I think, yeah. I mean, I'm not exactly sure about the timeline, but at least say the summer of 2025. I think, like, in a perfect world, come up for, let's say, the people who put this whole thing together, put this place together. Like, it probably makes the most sense for a Kamala win. And then, during the summertime or at a later date, once more is in place, and more of those global, ties between different banks, and those banks with crypto and people like Barry from Grayscale, he'd probably be Trump's pick to run some type of committee on, regulation. That guy. It's like, yeah, with Trump, that probably happens. With Kamala, you probably get somebody appointed who's like from the FBI, CIA or something like that, or, but yeah, I'd say like overall, it would be an extended, kind of wait around and see what happens with Kamala. I think if Trump gets appointed, like, we're going to see some serious rippage. Just maybe it'll get dumped. Who knows? Well, like, I think the first couple of months with Trump, because the best case is, for everybody, at least those people who set this shit up, like, let's make it look like a decentralized, this is what they want now. Like, let's make it look as decentralized as possible. We want everybody putting their money here. We want everybody, even people who don't know anything, putting their money here, because the narrative of the suits versus the people is so strong, right? Okay, well, let's flip that on our head and make it look like we're for everybody. People think it's decentralized. Really, it's not. Really, it's ownership, putting an oligarchy in place essentially to control crypto, just like the West and Eastern worlds, have came into power, in the last 200, 300 years, America being set up and shit. So I don't know. Yeah, Kamala longer for sure.
My big thing, it's a good discussion point. I mean, my big thing is, I've been reading and hearing, and who knows, right? Until shit kind of works itself out. You don't know until you know, because everything else is whatever, just words, right? But I've been hearing that regardless of who gets in, there's a good chance that Gary Gensler's out. And I think really, I mean, as long as the SEC is going to be, basically of digital assets and crypto, I mean, we just need somebody in there who A, wants to even try to make this thing work, and B, who can actually just put some guardrails and guidelines in place. I mean, Trump said in Nashville that he would fire Gary Gensler. Now, he said it probably to get a reaction. Is he really going to do it? We'll see. It was kind of funny. I was there live. I was like 8 rows back. He said it. the whole place erupted, and Trump, like just typical Trump fashion, he's like, "Oh, you like that? You like that? Okay, I'll say that again." And he repeated himself again, and crowd went wild. Does he actually do it? That's going to be the big question if he gets in. And then again, I'm reading, maybe Kamala would change things up there regardless. And I know a lot of people say, "Well, Zach, you're so hung up on the SEC, who cares?" Well, yeah, eventually it'll work itself out. But wouldn't it be nice to get somebody in there sooner rather than later that can, make this work a little quicker when it comes to the United States? I mean, enough with this ruling with an iron fist. Nobody knows what the hell is allowed and not allowed. There's no rule book, but you can get the book thrown at you at any moment. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's kind of frustrating.
I
from a
think
lot of fronts.
I think with like Gary Gensler and all these folks are kind of deplorable in a way. Like I think with Kamala or Trump, I think we are on the the precipice of like there being a real new system in the world, and maybe that has to be CBDCs. Maybe it has to be issued by America, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, look, the reason I voted for Trump and the reason I'll support Trump is just because if not enough people in America have the fucking money to buy into crypto, where is the buy pressure going to come from? You're going to have people selling to pay their bills all the time and shit. It just doesn't work sustainably. And, a lot of people and people who have had, family members, parents in different positions globally in the Middle East, for example, like working for the quote unquote Peace Corps and things like that, have told me like, you should vote for Kamala because trust me, you're voting for the greater good. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean, bro? Like, I get it. You guys don't like Trump. You think socialism is, actually can be efficient in a way. Well, it's never been in the history of the world. And it's been used by folks with a lot of money to basically fleece the poor and take control of things. And we just don't need any of that in today's world. I think at least it needs to happen naturally.
Here's the thing, bro. Like real quick, and jump right back in. I just don't want to lose this thought. Here's the thing, bro. Like I've always said this, especially lately, man. If you look in the United States from a tax standpoint, we're already there, bro. It's already socialism. I mean, think about it. In a socialistic society, whatever, you're taxed about 50%. Well, if you're on an upper end of the tax bracket, it doesn't even matter actually how much money you make. Just think about, you're taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed. Like, it's not just like a one-time thing. Okay. Like in some ways, it's almost better. Here's the 50% and I'm done with your ass. Quit taking. Where in the United States, you're just taxed over and over and over. And it's like strategically done because it's out of sight, out of mind. You know what I mean? It's like if you sat there and actually added up the numbers, though, and actually went through it, it might be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, for what you're getting, Pat, real quick, what you're getting, depending on what state you live in versus, another country, yeah, you get taxed. Like people say, oh, like, Sweden or all these other countries, get taxed like crazy, but they have like some of the best, public services you can get. They have some of the best roads. They have some of the best everything. You get taxed up the ass in Massachusetts, and guess what? It fucking sucks. I'm driving my fucking brand new fucking Dodge Charger, and then I hit a fucking pothole the size of fucking the biggest crater on earth, and all of a sudden my whole axle's bent, and the state's like, oh no, you're fine, don't worry about it, but also pay your excise tax you gotta pay every year. Sorry, I get a little angry about that because that's exactly what you're talking about. The tax thing is crazy, and the craziest thing about taxes is a Revolutionary War was fought in America over a tea tax, just for motherfucking tea. How many taxes is America just going to be like, oh, we're good, we're okay? What the fuck are we doing? Is America not America? Is America not America?
I think, dude, one thing that really opened my eyes this last year was there were a couple years where I hadn't even done my taxes. I was still in college. Like it was the summertime. I was working all summer. I had made a good bit of money, but I didn't give a fuck about tax returns and nothing like that at the time. Like I was selling this and so I didn't care. I was doing cryptos 2021 and shit. And now trying to get those tax returns back, sending all that, because it's like a 4-year period where you can do it, sending all those letters away, and then them basically going into those tax returns and taking away portions of them for things apparently I owed to things like the highway without even knowing, and not getting any letters from any central collections units or anything. And I live in Maryland, so the state of Maryland, right? It's tough, Maryland, Connecticut, California, whatever. But like they shouldn't be able. There should be a website, a portal I can go on and fucking see, what I owe, what it's getting taken from. This isn't that hard. And Trump and Elon, I do genuinely believe, will make a lot of these things more efficient. Like, if that's what I'm voting, if there's all these buzzwordy issues and things like that, I think, the border and our loss of nationalism and why it's happening is a big fucking deal. And the, kind of pendulum of good and evil in the world. 1, 2, efficiency, and that, things like the SEC, IRS, everything we've been talking about work at like 25% capacity on purpose. Like, it shouldn't be this way, bro. It's gotten this way. It's gotten normalized, like you were saying, Zach. They're just fucking taxing us every left and right, and it's become normal. And a lot of weird shit in the fucking world is becoming normalized now. It's turbulent times for sure, man.
And also, real quick, like, America is a capitalist society, right? So starting a business is one of the biggest things that could help you. I don't want to say avoid tax. I'm not going to say that, but have benefits from the system that we're currently in. You get an LLC, an S corp, whatever the fuck. You get write-offs for your business. Go make a fucking, I don't know, a donut business. Go make some donuts, and guess what? All that equipment and shit you buy is all tax deductible as long as you can tie it to your business. And obviously have a good tax person to do that for you, right? So like a lot of people, if you don't have a business and you're in the United States, you're just missing out. You really are just missing out. Look at what Amazon paid in taxes. They always fucking, have all these write-offs, and then they're saying, oh, we're not profitable. It's like, dude, you just brought in like $300 billion. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Crazy.
But
it's crazy.
Well, to that point, Pate, it's crazy even from this context, and I went full time and had started my own business back in 2022, January 2022. And man, couple things popped up that I didn't realize. When you own your own business, you have way more agency in how much you could put into a 401k. You know what I mean? And different ways around that. I think they call it a 401b when you're self-employed. But I mean, there's so many different ways, like to your point, that you can structure things, right? So like, I have it structured so that it's an S corp up top, and then I can have a bunch of LLCs underneath, and all of these LLCs can invest. So you're right. I mean, when you're just kind of a cog in the wheel, and listen, we need everybody. We need everybody doing certain jobs. But if you're really trying to break away from the mold in America, and they're making it harder and harder, by the way, they're making it more difficult. They want you on the tit. Okay. They don't want you not needing that tit. But if you go, always said this, man, you'll never make as much money as you want to make if somebody else is paying you. You'll never make as much money as you want to make if somebody else tells you when you get a raise, if somebody else tells you, how good you are at your job. You know what I'm saying? And like, because I came from the world of working in higher education, and I'm not saying this to sound conceited or anything like this, but I was working way harder than my peers, but it didn't matter. I was on the same timeline. I was going to get my raise in 5 years, and that was it. So what's the incentive? What's the incentive for me to bust my ass and work harder? And you see this so much in corporate America and the way things are structured. Whereas, you start your own business, whether it's on the side to start or whatever, you go full time with it, man, there's no cap. There's no ceiling. You know what I'm saying? And you could just do another thing and another thing. And I don't know, man. To me, it's that's what makes America still great in that sense, where you have the ability to do that. And I still think it's the best place to get it done. And going back to the whole policy thing, I think Trump's better for, small business. Trump's better, he's better for an entrepreneur in that sense, right?
And Zach, real quick, like back to the tax thing, and then we should probably get to a Zoom in gas station. But back
it's
to
funny how this is called dog meme coins, bro, and we're talking about like
we're talking about
shit.
fucking everything else. We're talking about taxes. We're gonna get to the dogs. Don't worry. Woof woof. We're gonna get to y'all. No, I just wanted to say, like, the other thing is, so I did Uber for a year, but I did Uber full time. Like, people say, oh, I didn't know. I was doing like 40 to 80 hours a week just Uber for a year in my Charger, by the way. And, I was making pretty decent money, minus, some deductions left and right for gas and, all the other stuff. But I got my bill. I made like 6 figures that year, and I got my bill. I was like, oh fuck, my tax bill is gonna be crazy high. And then I looked at one thing: mileage. The government gives you mileage. It's 65 cents a mile. And I was like, wait, how many miles did I do this year? Oh, I put 140 working miles on my car. Go do the math, somebody. Go do 65 times 140,000, because that's what I got to take off of my taxes. I talked to my tax guys, like, yeah, you're good. So America is definitely for businesses. It is 100%. I'm not suggesting you all go fucking do Uber and get these fucking tax deductions, but definitely look into starting some type of business, even if it's a small, because you can write shit off like left and right. Like I said, my buddy, he has a tattoo shop, and he had a fucking like $100,000 tax bill, and he put fucking commercial plates on a brand new mid-engine Corvette, and that counted as a business. He put some, fucking stickers all over your car advertising the business, and his tax guy was like, "Yeah, you can do that. You're good." And he's like, "What? You got a commercial?" But he went and fucking bought a Corvette, and it's now a fucking commercial vehicle right now. It's fucking wild. So it's definitely, if you're in America, you have to have a business one way or another, even if it's just a sole proprietorship, or you got to have something. I see Matt's hand up there, unless Zach, you have anything to add, but let's get to the dogs. We gotta get to the doggies.
Yo, could I jump in real quick to touch on that? I was doing Instacart for like damn near a year, and I was making more than I would have been at like a $18 an hour job ish. And I think one of the big problems is that because that same exact thing happened to me. I had to calculate all the miles, and then basically you either get paid or you pay them. Or they give you money back, and I ended up getting money back. It was cool. You can write off every mile you've paid, whatever. But the thing is, like, those folks who are working $15 an hour, $20 an hour jobs are now getting fleeced because the small businesses in middle America and in pretty much everywhere, even around the cities, because the cities are so concentrated now that things around the block are either money laundering or fucking they're not able to set up in DC where I live, for example. The GDP of middle America has been absolutely fucking crushed by this. Okay, so we got Clinton, then we got Bush, Obama, and another Clinton or Biden. So that's 28 years if you include Bill Clinton. In this fucking 28 years, like middle America, the GDP of the country used to be like 75% family units, households, and now it's some ridiculous number. I don't even know if you could really find the true information, but no one has the morale to actually set up these small businesses unless, okay, we're on Twitter here and we're talking to other folks who really know what the fuck they're doing, who, probably have lived in around one of these major cities at one point in their life. But just for people that aren't really, in touch with a lot of these things, like, and that's a lot of people in the country, DoorDash and Instacart and all these, big corporations can then bypass things that are usually governed by like state laws, state tax regulations, as well as federal. I don't know. It's a bigger issue at work, but anyways.
Love it. Matt, do you want to go real quick, or do you mind if the dogs go real quick? Can we let the dogs out?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll get to you right after the dogs. Yo, guys, 2 of our sponsors on the show are both dogs, and we're doing a dog theme. We are talking about taxes. We got a little side road, guys. But, we're the Crypto Breakfast Club. We talk about everything. I fucking fell off a horse this week. Oh, we're talking about that. Like, what the fuck's going on? This is the Crypto Breakfast Club. If you haven't been here, well, now you're here. We got gas station, Bonapuino, and Izumi. Listen, they're dogs. And we walking these dogs to glory. Let's go to Izumi first. Izumi, what's going on, yo? Let's talk about Nero, the original Nero. Let's get into it real quick, and then we'll get the gas station Bonapil. Guys, if you haven't followed these guys, either of them, what the fuck is going on? Get them on your fucking radar right now, because Izumi, listen, if they do like 10% of what Nero just did, good luck. Good luck. We're going to that Miami party a lot faster, I'll tell you that. And gas station Bonapil, like, guys, both of these are sub 500,000. Like, Izumi hit just about 1 million last week while we were on the space. So let's see what they got to say. We'll get the gas station Bonapil, and then let's get it fucking cracking. Izumi, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Paige? What's up, Zach? Double Zach. Mar.
Double Zach, bro. Mar, there's the new name. That's what you've been asking for. Double Zach. Zach from Subway's new name is Double Zach. Thank you.
Rounding back a little bit to where the topic was at the beginning, you want to do a 1x, and then a 1x, etc. And then you just have to manage your risk, and then you have to find those tokens that will not put you back at ground zero when you get rugged. And at the beginning, it's hard because you want to get in those tokens that have a huge reward versus the risk. And of course, you want to have tokens like Nero, like all of these tokens, like Doge, that will get you that 2x, that will get you 5x, 10x, whatever. But when you're looking at the small market caps, it's hard to find one that will actually give you, I don't know, let's just say a 5x, a 10x, a 50x without getting rugged. And people are getting chopped right now trying to find tokens that will provide the most upside with as little as risk possible. And it's hard, man. People are getting obliterated. The AI narrative last week, it's already fading, but a lot of people made a lot of money, and more than a lot of people lost everything because you are getting attracted to narratives that you don't even know who's behind, that you don't even know how much they will last. In my opinion, you should just stick to cult coins and to tokens that have a narrative that can withstand just a fad or a trend, that are still here after a few couple of weeks. You were mentioning, Zach was mentioning tokens that have been here for more than 6 months. Those are the most secure, you could say, or the ones that are building foundations in a good way. So I don't know, man. Good luck with your 16x challenge. I did the math. You're gonna be sitting at 6,600,000, something like that. So looking forward to seeing that live.
I mean, yeah, definitely. Listen, Zoomy goes to 5 mil from here. That's a 10x right there. And all I need is a 1x in this moment. But I got a decent bag of Zoomy, and I'm gonna sit on it for a while. For a while. I might not sell all of it ever. Like, I might always have a good chunk of it just to see how high this fucking thing can go. It's still early. Again, if you do just 10% of what Nero did, like, what are you at? Like 80 mil probably, or whatever. Like, you're gonna be at something crazy, and you're at 500,000 right now. And not financial advice. Nobody in the room. No one come for me in the fucking DMs or comments. But I'm just saying. I mean, that's the possibility. Especially, and I said this before. If you get some of these Nero whales to just even look at this, just to be like, oh, Zoomy is the original name for Nero before Nero got adopted. Who the fuck knows? You might get like 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 whales coming in and be like, yo, we're all about Nero, but Zoomi's a part of us. Let's fucking go. Let's push this shit. So, definitely check out Nero, guys. Everything's not financial advice. I do like these guys a lot. I'm gonna hold a big bag for a while, to be honest with you. Because I just think
check out Azumi, you mean?
Yeah, check out Azumi, the original Nero. That's what I'm saying. It's the original Nero. It's the name for Nero.
Yeah, and the original Nero pumped like crazy yesterday. It was like up 100%. I mean, yeah, you've got the one that's listed on Binance now, but I think both are interesting plays. And I know a lot of the people here on our spaces bought both, maybe by accident or whatever. But if you held them, it kind of worked itself out. So yeah, I mean, Azumi, you guys sitting there like below 500K. I mean, where do you guys want to be here? Let's say, like, as we enter early 2025, like, what are you guys cooking up? Like, are you guys working on trying to kind of get in front of some of those Nero people? Like, what's the plan ahead for you guys?
It's pretty simple. And the way that I framed it to my community and the way that I've been pushing is that it's all been organic. You see that chart at almost 500,000 that just went to $1 million market cap. It's all been organic. It's all been based on good foundations and transparency. Whenever I spend, I don't know, $15 from the marketing wallet, I just put a message on the Telegram. I pin it. Hey guys, we spent $15 because we paid for some stickers or whatever. Like, all of the expenses are transparent. People know the wallets of the marketing wallet, the multisig wallet, the marketing hot wallet. And that's the reason why, even though we don't have a big volume, people are just not selling, because what are they going to do? Just pull their funds and go chase the next 5x and get rugged and be back to square one? No, they believe in what we're doing. We are not even listed on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. We are not even, we are not pushing on that side, because just one thing, I want this to be organic and I want this to flow. And of course, it will take a little bit more time. Maybe you won't get a 10x tomorrow, but I can assure you that by the blow of top, I am going to see Izumi at $100 million. This is not a promise. This is just something that I won't stop working for. And that's it. Yesterday, I doxed myself last week. And just yesterday, I started to DM people that follow me on my main account, which is Eric F and A on X. I have big followers. I have like big accounts are following me, accounts that can move markets. I know for a fact that 3 or 4 people already have a bag and they have above 300,000 followers. They are just waiting for us to be at a good market cap so that they can actually post about it, because of course they're not going to post about a 500,000 market cap. They're going to wait. But the thing is, all of the people that I DM'd yesterday and today, they're interested. And I messaged probably around 100 people. And I don't know, man. I'm just so excited about what's gonna happen soon, because people might be looking at how we're building and they're just waiting to ape in. And I know for a fact that a few people I'm not gonna mention names, but some people already have a bag and they're just waiting to double down when they see what we have in store.
Yeah, I love that. And I can attest to that. I'm in their Telegram, and he does give fucking wallet updates. Like, yo, I spent X amount of dollars from the marketing wallet to do X, Y, and Z. So I can definitely vouch for that.
Yeah, and if I can just pull my account.
Right, I always say this, like.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say real quick, meme coins who do it the right way have so much more upside. I would like a lot of these projects, like, get shady or get, what's the word? Shit. Lost my train of thought. Get greedy. That's it. If, they get greedy too soon, you know what I mean? I mean, look at the best meme coins. Like, you think if SHIB would have got greedy when they hit, 10 million or 20 million or 30 million, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be real easy to get greedy when you start, figuring something out. But like the best ones that rise to the top are the ones that are, naturally trying to grow something special. And I mean, those are the ones that get to multi-billions,
Yeah, and I don't know if you can hear me right now.
Yeah, did you switch profiles?
Yes, I switched. I just want to.
He doxed himself on our show, guys, live on the Crypto Breakfast Club. The founder and leader of Izumi, the original Nero, is doxed on our stage. Let's go. This is what we like to see, transparency.
Yeah, and you know what? I have been writing. I have probably 1,500 articles of my life. I began traveling in 2017. I was living off of crypto. Crypto was different, Wild West, than it is today. So I was able to make some gains. I visited 40 countries from 2017 until COVID hit. I publish all of my content on the platform that I work for as a utility project in Leo, and people can actually know who my wife is, who my son is, where I live, my city. And I did all of this just to provide trust and confidence. If the team does anything shady, anyone can just come to my house and say, yo, why did you do this? Like, I'm holding myself accountable, because this project is not just a fad. It's not just a one cycle thing. As I told you, and this is just for the future, but we are opening shelters across the world that will sustain for a multi-cycle timeline. So this is just the beginning, guys. This is just starting for me. I have never been a lead on a CTO meme coin, and I like people who already know me from back then. I get obsessed. And this isn't like an interview. Like, what's your biggest weakness? Oh, I get obsessed with things. No, but I get obsessed, and I'm not gonna stop working until it's $100 million market cap, and I can securely say to the community, hey guys, do you want to take over? Do you want me to keep going? Do you want to make a DAO? What should we do with the 7 shelters that we already have? What's the next steps? This is a multi-cycle thing, and you are literally looking at it before $1 million market cap. And the thing is, other tokens can rug. Izumi, I can fully put my face in front and say, Izumi is not going to rock. Yes, it will have pullbacks like any other token, but I'm here to attest that the marketing wallet with 18% of the supply will not do anything without the multi-sig approval, who are actually holders, so they will not hurt the project. And just I don't know, man. Just grab a bag. You're gonna regret it if you don't put in, I don't know, $500 and see us going 200x to $100 million. And you missed the Nero, you missed the Shib, you missed the Doge, and you're about to miss on Izumi.
Damn, that's fucking bullish. That's a bullet. Goddamn, that's a bullish ass pitch. And he's up here on stage. Eric, thanks for being here. Obviously continues to rock with us for the remainder of the duration of our sponsorship, and hopefully we can keep doing this because guys, he's live on stage, docs himself in front of all y'all, so y'all can go message him right now. What the fuck is going on with this chart? And see, is that right about 500,000? Let's get that 10x, baby. Let's get the 1 million X. That's what I want. I want a 1 million X on Izumi. We're gonna go to gas station Boner Pill. It's another dog. It's just the name is it's not a traditional dog name. Gas station Boner Pill. What the fuck's going on, baby?
Woof woof. What's up, boys? Zach, Paid, Mar, Matt, Wolf. It's great to see all you guys again. We love being on the show, man, and just honored to be a co-sponsor again. So thanks for having us. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I did. It was super busy, but Halloween week's coming. Took the kids to go see a movie last night, which, by the way, if you got any little kids, Wild Robot was a fucking great movie, by the way. Anybody with kids, go take them to see it. But an interesting thing happened while we were at the movies watching the previews. I saw the most wild preview I've ever seen in my life, and I'm going to play it for you here real quick because it's fucking nuts. Give me 1 second. There once was a time in human history, a dire time, when men ceased being men. They drove Toyota Priuses while sipping pumpkin spice lattes. They pumped their bodies full of meat substitutes and soy products, spiking their estrogen levels to unfathomable heights. Birth rates were declining across the globe as they were unable to achieve a proper erection. But alas, like a bolt of lightning sent down from the gods, one dog coin arrived on the scene with one purpose in mind: to restore masculinity and virility to men across the globe. So put down your purse, pick up a Miller Lite, grab a bag, be a man, buy Genu.
So wait, you're telling me during your kids' movie previews, that's what played? What the fuck?
What have I become?
What
have I become? Oh my God.
You want your kids to be able to get boners? Buy gas station Inu boner pill.
What the fuck? Nah, that's fucking funny. Dude, listen, this is the type of shit I love. If it's creative and funny, it's just going to work. And that's why I love Genu personally. That's why when we first started talking, we got him on the show, I was like, dude, this shit's just work. There's so many angles you can pitch this with, and dude, that shit's funny. And that's what Memecoins are for. If it's not funny or if it's not cute, it's not gonna work. And Genu is funny as fuck.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a couple key things you need, right? I mean, it's got to be funny and eye catching, and I think we get that, check that box pretty quick off the bat. And then you need a strong narrative, right? I've seen a lot of things come and go, even just over the weekend, and I think their problem is they don't have a narrative that speaks to people. And most of the listeners know what our shtick is, but if anybody is new, I mean, real quickly, our narrative's pretty simple. It's a working class middle finger to the elites that wants you to live in pods and eat bugs and tell you how to raise your kids. We say, fuck you. It's high testosterone, sort of moggish type vibes, and really high on like car scene, car culture stuff. So that's kind of what I've been saying is like, if you wish you would have got in on Mog at 250K, well, now's your chance. because we're going full send with this. Much like Azumi, man, we kind of went a different route. You know, we didn't do a big pre-launch hype party, you know, where it fucking shoots up to $1 million and then crashes down to 100K, man. I mean, we stealth launched it over in the middle of the night pretty much. And, you know, we've taken it from literally 3K to an all-time high of 320K. Got wrecked a little bit about a week ago. We wiped the blood off our nose and bounced back. I think we're sitting at about $250,000 right now. And same vibes, man. I'm a public dev. I actually doxed my pretty face on Pedro and Tom's DYOR YouTube stream last week. So yeah, I mean, that's what our team's public. I'm public. We're active. I'm always in spaces. I'm always in the TG. I'm always answering DMs unless you're selling me stickers, you know, and it's a big thing that I wanted to mention to some people too that are smaller projects. Like we've had some guys in our TG that kind of lurked, you know, they were lurking. They'd hop in the VCs, but not say anything, you know, just kind of listening and lurking. Turns out a couple of them were whales, you know, $250,000 wallet guys. They finally, you know, DM'd me like, hey, you know, we like what you're doing. Keep it up, keep it up. And one of them actually is the guy that added a bunch of Uniswap V3 LP for us. He's on board, and you never know who's watching, man. So, yeah, just throwing that out there. But yeah, we're just grinding hard, man. The old school way, you know, hard work, rolling up the sleeves. Obviously, you know, like I think buys are hard to come by for us, but the buys we're getting are fucking solid, man, and they're sticking around, and the chart shows it because we, you know, volume's an issue for us right now. But I don't think it's always going to be, and we're just going to keep doing what we're doing, keep building and keep growing and keep being funny and keep having fun. And, you know, that's what we're going to do. So thanks to everyone that's already aped in too. I appreciate it, guys.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Genu, show them some love, guys. Follow the page, hop in the TG. Chance to get in early on a play there around 250K. Again, it doesn't take much at 250K. Things get rolling. All of a sudden, you know, you got something working. Pat, what's up, bro?
Yeah, yo, I just wanted to say that you guys' work is pretty impressive so far. And it gives me a lot of ideas about content. Like this pin tweet you have here, like girls gone wild shit, Dukes of Hazzard, like play into that Republican Bible Belt like marketing fully, but then also give people like some education. I think Genu is a fire ticker. I haven't looked at like the token or anything like that, or I know you guys are on ETH obviously, but I see like these random ass long names too. Gas station, boner pill, Inu, Genu, the ticker, and then you're like throwing out, you know, 90s like girls going wild shit with muscle cars in the background, but then actually give some people some real value about like how fucked up the country's gotten and how like maybe we kind of need to like embrace the middle American Southern-ish, whatever you want to call it, culture that's been totally like forgotten about or tried to be painted as, you know, fascist and shit now. It's going away, you know what I mean? So I think it's bullish. And I think a lot of people in crypto are bullish on that narrative too.
Yeah, man. Thanks, brother. I do appreciate it. That's the other thing I wanted to mention is like, yeah, we're our team. I love our team. Shout out to them, by the way. Wouldn't be here without them. But yeah, I mean, most, if not all of us are, I mean, we're dads with full-time jobs, multiple kids. You know, we're not like these like serial devs that have, you know, just wallets full of ETH and kind of move from project to project. Like we crafted this up earlier in the summer and put quite a bit of thought into it, you know, and especially on the narrative. And yeah, it's like, you know, we could go on about what we were talking about earlier for sure. Like I could talk for hours about it, but yeah, it's like the Overton window has shifted so far, man, that, and people don't even notice. It's like they've been nickel and diming our freedoms for decades, you know, and then you look down like, how the hell did this happen? You know, but they're smart about it. They know what they're doing. And yeah, we're just, like I said, there's a lot of layers to Genu. It's kind of like an onion, and each one you peel back makes you cry even more. but yeah, it's definitely one of the layers of it, man. It's just like we're people, not even just in the States, man, everywhere. People are tired of having the boot on their neck. And yeah, it's kind of just one of the things we stand for. So yeah, I appreciate the words, man. Thank you.
Yo, also I wouldn't don't worry too much about low volume, man. Like really focus on the diamond dicks you're bringing into the community and like pumping out things that they'll like content and things of that nature. Like at the end of the day, people are going to make $5,000 buys and then G'd them 3 hours later. You know what I mean? So educating the community on like what's really going on when you see that happening can give them some real, peace of mind. We want to, create create candles with volume all the time and stuff like that. But I think the most important thing is creating a sustainable chart with like some action. If you guys want to stick around for all of 2025, you know what I mean? And I think this run's just getting started. So definitely don't worry too much about having low volume. Probably have some people bitching up your neck like, yo, when are all these people going to start aping and da-da-da? Well, the culture's changing, man. If you just stay on route with a 250K market cap, like that's a big asset down the line. You guys could take it in whichever direction you want. So, keep pushing.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And I agree. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. It's like, I'd rather have one solid buy than, 100 of this and that. So, and like, like I said, we're like any good meme coin, we're trying to create a cult, right? But you can't buy a cult. You got to build it. So we're in building phase, and we're having some success. So thanks again, brother. Thank you.
Like Zach was saying last week, consistency is key. So, I mean, that's how the Crypto Breakfast Club came about. We've just been here every day, 5 days a week, take the weekends off, but 5 days a week for the last, 5-6 months now? I mean, I don't even know, maybe 6 months every day, besides the weekends. Like Mars going to bitch, why are you guys open on Saturday and Sunday? Because we're like Chick-fil-A, all right? We take days off. But speaking of America, Matt, you got your hand up. What's going on?
Hey, another awesome Spaces. Not only is it entertaining, but everybody's bringing something to the table. And for the first time in this Spaces, it's a little intimidating following all these people. Genu, Izumi, Zach, Paid, Zach. I don't even know if the other Zach is here. But yeah, I just to touch on Genu again, their narrative, man. Like these guys put some serious thought into this meme coin. And I went on a Spaces with them last week, and I'm like, here's my personal take on why it's going to succeed in the long run. Maybe not in the short term, but definitely it's not going to go anywhere but up from here because their narrative and what I said about it last week was it's almost like a generational coin. It feels like they made that coin for Gen X. I mean, it really does. And everything they post, everything they talk about, that 78 Datsun, I mean, those are cars, dude. Like, man, if you don't know what that 78 Datsun, was it the 180? I can't remember what it was, but if you don't
280Z.
280Z. So, like, if you don't know about some of these cars, those things were badasses, dude. Like the Mazda RX-7 with the rotary engine, dude. I got into one of those things back in like 1991 with a buddy of mine who bought it for $100. Rusted out. It was just tires, the steering wheel, 2 metal chairs, and I mean a rotary engine. And that thing blew us away when we took that thing out. In a Mazda RX-7 with rotary engine, you would think, dude, what is that? Is that like a go-kart? I'm telling you, these cars are amazing. They're old school. They're simple. They run on gas. I mean, you could take the battery out of that car after you got it running and throw it away and just keep it running forever. And it would never stop. But meme coins, yes. Sliding over to the Trump meme coin space, I hope people aren't fading Trump meme coins because MAGA exploded in the last week. Trump, not so much. But here's another one that I found right when it got launched on CoinGecko, or it got listed on CoinGecko. At 1.5 million, I got into this one called 47th President, and it's just about at 6 million today. It was less than a week on CoinGecko. I don't know the backdrop of it. I put a decent bag into it, and I took it out at 4.8. So I did a 3x on that one, and I consider that a win for the week. If nothing else does anything. But Trump meme coins, we have 8 days, 9 days till the election. The political rhetoric is starting to take over social media. I mean, I went on TikTok and I'm like, what the hell? I'm seeing Trump TikToks all over the place now. I mean, it's like Trump is replacing porn. That's how crazy, that's how huge he's getting. And this close to the election, I thought about taking profits on MAGA. But the minute I thought about it, because it started going down, the minute I thought about that, it started going back up again. And I'm like, oh shit, it's too volatile. It's too crazy. I can't even take profits right now because I'm going to miss a skyrocket God candle. And if you're fading Trump or you don't have any Trump, it's still early. 47th Prez is fairly new. I don't think it's at 6 million yet. But last week at this time, it was at 1.5 million. And after that speech last night, after his podcast, I mean, that thing shows no signs of stopping. And we have 8-9 days left. So if there's people in here that are like me, don't understand how to write a coin, don't understand what open source and all this limp biscuit shit means. If you don't understand all this stuff and you just want straight cash, homie, like Randy Moss said, I mean, that's what I'm all about. And meme coins, that's where it's at. I mean, some of these things, a 3x already this week. And in 1 week, I'm like, dude, that's a win. I don't care what anybody says. If that's only, if that's only 1,000, that's a win for me. I mean, I'm good. But there's so many other meme coins out there. And what I'm doing is my little strategy, and this ain't financial advice, this is just me doing old school shit. I'm taking profits out of this stuff, putting them into other things that I know are still going to pump, or parking them in my altcoin bags. And the one thing a lot of people are questioning about, and I've seen it on social media, YouTube, X, they're complaining about, where's this bull run? Where's this pump? Why are the altcoins, stagnant? Well, I gamble on the central banks, and I don't foresee my altcoins ripping until 2025. And it's funny that somebody said XRP did a coin called Switch, because once the central banks flip that switch is when all these altcoins that are tied into these central banks are going to rip. Right now is just the time where they're positioning so their rich buddies can get in there. And I said on another spaces, just because somebody's wealthy doesn't mean they're on the inside trader program and they're part of the establishment. There's still normies that are extremely wealthy out there, and they don't know anything about crypto. They don't give a hoot about politics. They got their money parked on Wall Street and they're happy with it. But when that narrative of Wall Street, ETFs, crypto, central banks switching from SWIFT to ISO, and the new money system coming in, and it's all directly tied to altcoins and crypto, Bitcoin, XRP, Hedera, Avalanche. Once that switches, the bull run is going to be the craziest God candle ever in my lifetime. And I'm totally convinced of that. But the meme coins are going to champion us in there. Trump meme coins, Genu, Izumi, the dogs, the cats, all that shit. I'm going to shut up. Had too much coffee. I'm going to start ranting. But everybody, great job. If you're sitting here, you're probably going to have a lot of money coming into 2025, end of 2024, and you're probably at the end of 2025, we probably will be having a boat party somewhere. I'll throw one here on my lake. You guys throw one in Miami. I'll be there. I mean, we're all going to the moon together.
Let's go. Love it, Matt. Appreciate all your support too, bro. You're always rocking with us, man. Always in here every single day. That shit doesn't go unnoticed, man. Seriously. The people who come in here and just make this part of their everyday thing, and appreciate that, bro. Zach, what's up, man? %, bro. Yeah, I was. I've talked about this one a few times. I've been in this one called Clapcat. It's like, I know we're talking about dogs and just what we're talking about, but man, there's a lot of stuff happening all at once, man. But yeah, Clapcat's been a good one for me. I mentioned Pop Dog earlier. Clapcat, I think, sitting around 4 mil right now, we called it here on the Breakfast Club around 600K not too long ago. So that's why you come in here every single day and you rock with us, because you just never know what you're going to hear, who's going to pop in here with Alpha. And Mar and Larry, two guys with Alpha all the time. And we got we had Mutasco up here. I was gonna tell Mutasco, he comes in here with 10 minutes left of the space every single day and wants to talk for 30 minutes. I love him, but bro, get in here at 11. Get in here at 10:30. We'll let you go. I mean,
get in here at 8:30.
Mutasco's down there, but you know what? He comes in at 11:20, and then he has all this great insight, and we're like, bro, come in here at 10. I want to hear more. But let's go to Mar and Larry. We'll close it up here in a few, guys. I'm getting close to my destination here. But yeah.
Yeah, Zach. I do have a question. Maybe you and Larry both could answer this, because I'm right now in a big war with a project that you're in, which is our trade, and we're doing some votes on the Dow and stuff like that, and this project is holding their Dow wallet is basically around 54% of the total supply, and I'm like burn 80, burn 70%. There's no reason why, if this shit ever hits $1, you guys are holding $900 million worth of even though they can't cash out that, it still looks intimidating and scary. And what's your take, man, on a project just in general holding 55% of the tokens, and they're not even locked, by the way? What's your take on that?
That's not going to look good on future placements for both exchanges. For the legitimate exchanges, firstly, they're not going to be able to qualify under the new policies like that Base and Binance are putting out for dispersion of supply and transparency of supply. And the next thing is, like, if it wasn't burn 80%, they should do a goodwill gesture with the charts being down, because the community is stuck pretty true. And for the sake of the DAO, they should take the DAO by its voting apparatus, right? They should do at least a 30 or 40% burn as a gesture of good faith for the holders, and then let the community decide on the other 30 or 40% of saturated distribution. When they do that, then that's going to up them on tiers for listing on the legitimate exchanges. And that segues into a perfect thing I was going to let you know that I was just let in on, Mar, is that this is a rumor, an educated rumor. I'm not giving anyone financial advice, and this is just a rumor, speculation. But the FBI and the Treasury have a marketplace and exchange task force that's been set up now for the last week. And you remember that list that I put up? I'm not telling anyone what to do, but just be wary that the effects of the chart from there are many projects that say they're 100% legitimate and CTO, even if they're memes. Just be wary, do a little bit more research, and make sure that, like everyone else says, take your profit or pull out when you need to, because again, I told you about the 10 arrests that have happened in the last 2 days. I called the first amount of arrests and the case opening here on Crypto Breakfast Club with Zach before it was even announced. And I provided that list. I will tell you to take another really deep look at that list on the TG on Crypto Breakfast Club, because it probably will save your bags, because there are a lot of top 10 projects on this list. I'm not trying to fade anyone's bag or spread any doom or gloom, because I didn't name any of them, but it's up at your discretion to use your common sense to look at this list and know that there's going to be chopping done here very shortly. Forget Saitama. There's relevant projects now that have relied heavily on the wash trading apparatus, and watch some of the big exchanges. A lot of them are leaving U.S. market, not because of just policy, because they're about to get fucking cooked. They're about to have their U.S. side assets frozen. So while we're in this election year, it's allowing them to have time to scurry off with most of their assets, but don't think they're not going to get slapped later on. And sorry, I had to leave earlier because I threw up from the shock. I didn't get on any anesthesia from my shoulder procedure today, so I'm hurting bad. I just couldn't take it. But that's what I will tell you is go over that list. Zach, you should make that list available again immediately because the task force is getting into high gear now.
Appreciate that, Larry. Can you DM me that again? I'll put that up in our TG. I'll put that in our Telegram for the Breakfast Club so everybody can reference that back. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
For sure.
Appreciate that, brother. As always. Guys, we're right up against it, man. We're going to close it down. Another great space. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm heading to Colorado, out to the mountains out there. Gonna do some hikes out there. So I'll be up well, what is it? They're 2 hours back, so I got to be up real early out there. But we'll be ready to rock and roll. I'm still working from out there. Going to do some afternoon hikes. But you guys know how it is, man. Crypto don't stop. We'll be back tomorrow, we'll have a bunch of things to talk about as always. Until then, guys, have a great day. Happy trading, and here's your job today. Let at least one person know that doesn't know about the Crypto Breakfast Club. Tell them to check us out tomorrow. We'll be back at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to Azumi Gas Station, both of our sponsors today. Shout out to everybody who's listening, who's in here every single day, and everybody that's new. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.